It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the boys and the Saints. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading him out at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
This is a big change for everyone in the Bayou country because Drew Brees is no longer the starting quarterback. So there'll be a new starter for the first time since 2006 for the Saints. Jameis Winston, as we all know, unlimited potential, has a 5,100-yard season on his resume in Tampa.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Again to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The New Orleans Saints coming back out here on offense. And Charles, how strange week one will it be that for the first time since 2005, Drew Brees will not be under center. Jameis Winston named the starter. What did you make of that decision, and where do you see the Saints going in the post-Drew Brees era?
Wasn't surprised at all by the decision. If Jameis Winston played well during the preseason, absorbed the coaching from Sean Payton and his staff, took care of the football, and he did all of those things and showed the ability to throw the ball downfield, which has always been his specialty. So that's an added dimension to this offense that they haven't had in the last few seasons. They expect to expand it. Taysom Hill, he'll probably go back and do a number of things now, in addition to playing some quarterback at times. But for the Saints, their defense is very proud, and they feel like they can help carry this football team. Cameron Jordan at defensive end, Demario Davis at linebacker, Marshawn Lattimore at corner. They think that they can contend, not just for the NFC South. They are burning to get back to a Super Bowl.
And remember, unfortunately, because of Hurricane Ida and the destruction in New Orleans, the Saints will start by playing in Jacksonville. They're not sure how long they will have to wait before returning home, but they'll start the season by playing their quote-unquote home game in Jacksonville.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Micah Parsons, the rookie out of Penn State, in to drop him for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 5-yard line. Bit of a mental breakdown there. Not sure why he left the end zone. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Pushing his way through. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Fights off the defender. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down. Well, CD, something that we've done for a number of years as the season gets going is we get predictions on each side. Let's start with the AFC. Who do you have in 2021 as your division winners?
Well, let's go to the East, and I think Buffalo repeats, although New England, they got better in the offseason, and despite starting a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, I think they'll make a nice run at the Buffalo Bills this year. In the North, what a battle you have there. Three-way. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I like Baltimore to still win the division, but Cleveland will be right there, and Pittsburgh will make a run at the playoffs. In the South, I think it's Tennessee's division to lose. Indianapolis had a number of injuries in the offseason, and, Jacksonville and Houston, they're trying to get there. And then out west, it's still Kansas City. But I love what the Los Angeles Chargers have done in the offseason.
All right, CD, and then if you had to pick, who do you have winning the AFC?
Well, I'm going to go against type here, Brandon, because teams aren't supposed to sustain as long as the Kansas City Chiefs have. But despite a retooled offensive line, I do think that they get back there again. What happened to them in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, that serves as great motivation. They want to get back and atone themselves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage?
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Winston. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jameis now on first down. Buying time, and Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was Ezekiel Elliott who put together a solid first half. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Draw play, Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Again, it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Jordan Humphrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Jameis to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, DeMario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 6. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing him.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Winston. It's complete. Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston now. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the red zone now, Winston. And incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. Bust through the tackle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.